Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, baseball collector, and welcome to another episode of everybody's favorite baseball card game show, and that Showcase Showdown. I'm Mike. That's Chris. And hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. If you keep beating me like you're doing, this is not going to be my most fun episode, most fun hour of the week on YouTube. But it's I don't know. I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
Glad you're okay. I'll have to tell you, starting off this season 2-0 it's a good feeling. I'm waiting for you to get off the schneid here.
Well, Mike, I really wouldn't know what that feels like. But last year I did not start off 2-0, and this year I can tell you what 0-2 feels like, and it doesn't feel so good. It doesn't feel so good.
Well, let me encourage you. It's a long season. We have a lot of players still to get to, and today's player is unique. And I know you and I, when we talked about adding this player to the list, it was, should we add him? And we were not really sure. Ralph Kiner had an absolutely amazing career for as brief as it was. What do you want to tell the folks about Ralph Kiner?
Well, first of all, you and I have a lot of YouTube buddies that are around the Pittsburgh area and really know what kind of talent he was. Of course, our friends didn't see him play, but I'm going to tell you, his first 7 years into his career, he led the National League, and he either led or tied in home runs 7 straight years. And his name has come up in recent weeks because Aaron Judge has got to his 300th home run in the lowest amount of games played, I think.
Yeah.
But he broke the record of Ralph Kiner. And I don't know how would we be talking about Ralph Kiner today had he not hurt his back and gave up playing baseball, because he was a force to be reckoned with. And of course, some of the younger guys know him as he was the voice of the New York Mets for the longest time. But golly, what a player. And I hope by us showing these cards, maybe some people that don't know about Ralph Kiner will look into him a little bit.
The Judge Kiner comparisons have been frequent from what I've seen, and rightfully so. If you put them side by side on Baseball Reference, it's pretty impressive. Kiner had 10 seasons in the major leagues, and Judge is finishing his 9th season in the major leagues, if I understand it. And Kiner's played in more games because Judge did play through the shortened 2020 season. Kiner ended up his career with 369 homers and 1,015 RBIs in just 10 seasons. And if you think of, I like to look at 162 averages, Chris. I think that's, per 162, because
sure,
they didn't have 162 back then. Judge gets, 8 more games a season. And I don't, the schedule is what it is. A season is a season. I don't believe in asterisks on anything. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. But when you compare the 162 average, Kiner 162 average was 41 homers and 112 RBI. Which is nuts.
That's crazy.
And Judge is even higher, which is even more nuts. And what's cool about them, Kiner was a slugging player, but he had 280 for his career, 279 for his career. It wasn't like Kiner couldn't hit the ball other than a home run. He wasn't Dave Kingman-esque, or trying to think of other guys who simply hit the long ball. He was a good player overall. Scored over 100 runs, had a decent number of doubles, not a ton, but man, he could hit the home run for sure. And he was an all-star 6 straight years, 48 to 53. And so,
and think of this, Mike. Think of this. Look where most of his home games were played.
Forbes Field, right? So.
And I believe you can set Yellowstone Park in the middle of Forbes Field by hearing
Right.
the old guys describe it, and that's a big feat right there. And
Did
yeah,
he hit left-handed or right? He hit right-handed. Okay, so Yankee Stadium wouldn't have been a tremendous advantage for him. Short porch, or if he, but yeah, he played in cavernous Forbes Field. So yeah, who knows? But he was great. We're going to go through his cards. He only has 10 cards in the basic set run, which is what we use to go through it. Chris, before you tell everybody how the show works, I want to tell everybody about our awesome sponsor, and that's the Penny Sleever. The folks over at Penny Sleever, the link will be down below. You get 10% off your order if you put in the discount code SHOWCASE. If you want to go check out all the amazing supplies that they have, from top loaders and mags and you name it, they have it. Go check them out at thepennysleever.com. The great folks over there will give you great customer service, a great experience. So please go check them out. All right, Chris, how do we play this game every week?
well, I don't know. I have not been playing very well, so I need to play it a little bit different. But I'm gonna describe it a little bit to people that might be watching this for the first time. Again, despite the 2 weeks of non-success on my part, um, go push pause on this right now. Go to your cards, pick out all your Ralph Kiner cards. Just pick them all out, whether they're in the run or not. But put them in order from the newest card down to his oldest card. And for having the card, we get 5 points. And if you're playing along with us, you'll get 5 points too. But if you have it graded, you also add the grade to that 5 points for having the card. For instance, if you have a Ralph Kiner in a 4 of a certain year, you get 5 points for the card plus 4 points for the grade, which is a total of 9 points. Toward the middle of this, Micah added up and see how close we are together. But we'd like you to add yours up along with us. And then at the end, Mike will add up the total score. But before he does that, we get the rookie card is double. And what's unique about Ralph Kiner, as was Stan Musial when we first did Stan Musial, he has 2 rookie cards that he's considered. And both of those are worth twice the points. Now, if you know anything about Mike's collection, he's a big rookie card collector. And I don't like that. Well, I don't know if I like that or not. But anyway,
You're
at the end,
a big rookie card collector too. So hold on.
I am. I know what your grades tend to be. But anyway, at the end, Mike will tally it up. I want you guys to help me keep an eye on him by watching this, because just make sure his math's correct. And at the end, he will tell us who the winner is. But also, we would like you to comment and tell us how you did against us, or maybe what kind of cards are you missing. But just sit around and enjoy, because we get a look at Ralph Kiner baseball cards, and I have not seen these in a while. So I'm excited to do this Ralph Kiner showdown.
Yeah, me too. And this might be the player that, of all the players we've done so far in all the episodes, that the people out there might be least familiar with. And therefore, I'm excited about that, because you may see cards here today that you've never even seen before. And that's fun to me, Chris. That's exciting. And
No kidding.
we're going to go through this. I will tell you right now, Chris, I do not have the whole run. Just to give you an inkling of hope, I'm missing some cards, which will be zeros on my score sheet. So we'll see. Well, let's get going. Let's put this sucker in showdown mode. Here we go. Boom, boom. And you're the visiting team, so you're going to get to go first.
Okay. Well, before we go with his run, I want to show a card that I believe is one of the first packs that I remember opening up that I got. Now, it's not this card, this exact card, but it is a copy of this card. And in 1977, I was 10 years old, and there was a Turn Back the Clock. There it is right there. Now, Mike, you will want to trade for this one that I have, because this one is autographed.
Whoa, hey. Now
Yeah.
you're speaking my language.
Yeah, so we may have to do a deal, but this card really means a lot to me because I consider it at the age of 10 a vintage card or an older card. So I counted this in my all-time Pittsburgh Pirates lineup, and so this card really does mean a lot to me. So glad to show it. So his newest card that he had is 1955 Bowman, and I love it, and it might be the best card I have in this run. Maybe, maybe not. But I have no, it's not. It's not. I have a 3.5, 1955 Bowman 3.5.
I have a 5.5. It's weird to see him with a Indians uniform, but
So for our audience right here, we've done in 2 seasons, we've done approximately 30 player runs. And I think 30 times in a row after the first card, baseball collector Mike sitting over there has had a lead. So if you can keep count, I am down right now.
that's not true. Next up, 54 Bowman with him with his brief stint with the Cubs, and then the rest will be Pirates cards. I have the 54 Bowman in a PSA 6.
Holy smoly. What the heck? I have mine in a 4.5.
I'm gonna need. I'm missing cards.
Mike,
Dude.
these cards are 70 years old. It's like against the rule to have a 6 and a 70-year-old card. I'm just here to tell you.
Look, it's a small lead. I'll take it right now. Next up, we'll do the Bowman color.
Well, I want to show you. It's my turn.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you this red heart. It's not one of it's not one of his player runs, but man, that's a beautiful card.
I want to get that card someday for sure.
Yeah, beautiful card.
Yeah.
No points for having a beautiful card, though. That's just an out here at Home Run Derby.
Yeah. Yeah, you are up, aren't you?
So it's 1953.
Yeah.
And I have in Bowman color, I have a 3 in the Bowman color.
I also have a 3 in the Bowman color. That's a card I should upgrade because Kiner stuff, by the way, guys, super cheap, not expensive at all. You can go get Hall of Famer, great player, go look up his stats, all those things, and not going to cost you a lot of money. That's the cool thing. I love when great players and great cards don't cost a lot of money, Chris. That's what I'm
no kidding. And they're still beautiful cards. Beautiful cards.
53 tops. This is a pretty card. How about a 6?
Oh, man. I can't wave the white flag, but, man, I have mine in a 2. And it is pretty. Pretty.
Padding that lead. But that's a cool card. I love the black with the Pirates logo. Like, it's awesome. Would you have a 2?
I had a 2.
That didn't even count. All right, just kidding. I'm about to have 0. So who am I to be too smarty pants?
Well, you're not gonna have enough zeros to suit me. So a 52 Bowman is next.
Yeah.
And I want you to look at this, but because it's beautiful. But I have only a 1.5. But boy, this is a pretty, pretty card.
I have a 3. And they're both pretty. You're right. You know, we tease each other about grades and stuff, but I think we're both just, as we say all the time, happy to have them. And that's true. I'm just glad to have them.
So, Mike, we are halfway through this showdown.
We are.
Is it even necessary to rub this in the way you're getting ready to?
I have a 9-point lead. 9 points.
Be gentle when you talk of me.
48.5 to 39.5. So, yeah. How about 51 tops? And again, this is a set that I think gets no love in the hobby. I consider it a regular top set. It's not bubble gum, and I get why people don't like it. It's still a card. and it was a game and all that, but I still love it, and I have it in a PSA 4.
Oh gosh, you keep pulling ahead. You keep pulling ahead. So I have mine in a 2.5.
Okay. I like having double-digit leads. I have to tell you, I'm going to need it.
Oh well,
I'm going to need it. Hold on, I
well.
got to get the score sheet updated here. All right.
So we're on 50 Bowman, correct?
We are.
And I love the 50 cards, by the way, the 1950 Bowman cards, and I have mine in a 4.
Well, I don't have it, so that would be way to pull yourself back into the game.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take that down now. You're just rubbing it in now.
That would have been nice if that was a 6.
All right. You're only down a point and a half right now.
And you're not pitching a shutout anymore
And I'm
because
not pitching it. I was pitching a no hitter, actually. It wasn't even
you
a shut.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, no more of that. 50 Bowman, it would be my, or 49 Bowman, it would be my turn if I had one, but I don't have a 49 Bowman.
Oh, okay. Again,
Oh, okay.
again with and what's kind of neat about Kiner's cards are, we've gone through some where the 1968 cards and 1969s are the same poses. Kiner's got some different poses to his, and this is just beautiful color. I have one in a 4.
See, now you've taken a gigantic lead.
Well, that I should. And so I hope the watchers that were my fans didn't get disgusted after the first 4 cards and say, I'm not watching this anymore. Let me call my mom and tell her to turn it back on.
Don't tune out just yet. Chris has a chance. All right.
Okay. Do we want to show it's my turn to show. Do we want to show the Bowman?
Let's do the leaf first.
Do the leaf first.
It's technically a 49 card to me, but it is considered a rookie.
It is.
And
there's a few Hall of Famers that they consider to have 2 cards, and most of them are a leaf card.
Right.
Kells and Dobies and Kiners and Satchel Pages. But I love this card, and I've had it a while. And I have the leaf, and this is double the points, so you might be hurting me here, but I have my leaf in a 2.
Not hurting you at all, because I also have a 2.
Look at the different colors. Look at the different colors on those leaves. Yours orange is bright.
Yeah, it's cool. Love that set. I may have to expand the 4-decade set into the 5-decade set and do that. All right, I got to pull something rabbit out of my hat here because you right now have a 7.5 point lead. So I'm hoping you don't have the 48 Bowman, Kiner, but I'll show mine first since I'm behind. I've got it in a 4.
Ooh. So how many points does that mean I'm behind?
Well, that gives me 18 for that card, which means you need to just have it within a 1 and you would win.
Okay. Well, I have it. And I like this card. I have it in a 2.
Oh, I'd hoped I could pull it out. Victory Lane, Chris. How sweet does that taste?
I'm
score.
I'm at a loss of words.
93 for you, 89.5 for me. Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't worried at all when we started. I don't even, I was just playing it up for the crowd and all that kind of stuff.
I'm so pissed I didn't go buy like some extraordinary buy it now for a 50 Bowman and a 49 Bowman. Gosh.
So when we get done here on this one, I'm going to get his cards out and lay them by the side, lay them out on a tabletop showcase like you do on occasion.
Yeah.
And take a picture of them because I mean, all of his cards look different to me. Their poses are different. It's somebody that we don't get to talk about. And you know, if Kiner comes up in a conversation that I'm having with a baseball fan, I tend to know they know what they're talking about. You know, there's everybody knows about your Joe DiMaggios and Mickey Mantles, but if somebody pulls out a Ralph Kiner as an all-time great, I'm like, I'm listening to that guy because they probably tend to know what they're talking about. And man, I am so well. One, I deserve to win. Okay, I deserve a bone every once in a while. But two, I'm glad we got to show Ralph Kiner. It was just awesome.
Do you not feel bad at all that the only reason you won is because I didn't have 2 cards? Is there any guilt there at all, or
not at all? Not at all. And you know, it just goes to show if they're on the wheel, Mike, I can't feel sorry for you. And here's another thing. If somebody feels sorry for you, I want them to put it in the comments, because they're not going to, unless you can get Julie, your wife, to put a comment down saying, "Take it easy on my husband."
No, she'd be on your side, actually, just so you know. God, well, let's erase that taste out of my mouth as fast as possible. Let's see who we're going to be doing next week. Let's bring on the old wheel of names here, which is really Chris's favorite part of the show.
And it truly, it's going to become mine, but I just also, there's always just one person I want it to stay away from. No, this season and last season. So let's see what we have.
Okay. Who do you not want? Like, if you had to pick one, who would you choose if you could choose a player for next week? Brett?
Brett, yes.
Okay. Well, let's see if the wheel treats you nice at all.
I know who you would choose.
Oh, almost Joe D, but instead, Dandy Don Drysdale is going to be next week for all of you Showcase Showdown fans out there, which all 3 of you, we appreciate you watching.
But it's their favorite show, Mike. It's their favorite show.
Well, congrats, Chris. You'll be sitting where I'm sitting next week. You're going to be the home team. It's been a while.
It's been a season, is what it's been, Mike. It's been a season.
It's been a little bit, but it's okay. I can come from the visitor side and pull out a victory just like you did today. Congrats on the win. Love that you have all the cards. Now I'm going to go buy some Ralph Kiner cards. Too late, too short, whatever. But thanks, Chris. Congrats on the win. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to go check out the Penny Sleever. Link will be down below. And we'll catch you guys next week with some Don Drysdale cards. Have a good one and keep collecting.